Greetings, this is Father Michael with our word of the week. This week's word is Eureka. Eureka. Eureka is a Greek word which means I found it or I've discovered it. It happens to be the motto for the state of California. You can see on the shield or emblem of the seal of California, Eureka. Historically thought to be connected to the discovery of gold in gold country and the great migration of people from literally all around the world to seek their fortune and to seek a sense of stability through the finding of gold, the discovery of gold. It's interesting because in our spiritual life we have certain eureka moments, moments of discovery of the Lord, and in our readings we have two powerful eureka moments. The first is in the Old Testament, after the 12 tribes of Israel had been indeed dispersed, the 10 northern tribes wiped off the face of the earth until this day by the Assyrians, and the 2 southern tribes were carried away years later to exile in Babylon for 40 years. What happens when you've been dislocated from land, living in exile? You forget the old traditions. You forget the ways of your forefathers. And what happened to the Jewish people is they literally were disconnected from the traditions of worship, those traditions of prayer, and from the Torah itself. And what happens in the book of Ezra that we hear in that first reading is after Cyrus, the Persian king, allows some of the Jewish people to go and restore and rebuild the temple along with the prophet Ezra and Jeremiah, there is a sense of renewal and restoration. And you know what's discovered? The Torah, the book of the law. The 10 Commandments had literally been lost. And in this moment, they are found again. And as Ezra reads the great covenant, as he reads the Torah, especially that covenant between God and his people, the people break down with weeping and lamentation. And Ezra says, no, do not weep for what was forgotten, but rejoice in what is now discovered, this eureka moment. God, once again, in the proclamation of his will and word, being once again rekindled in our minds and our hearts. Our future is bright because the Lord has saved us. This comes then to the gospel. Jesus, before his public ministry, is invited to come in synagogal worship and read from the scroll. And he picks out the scroll of Isaiah. And in Isaiah, there is this prophecy about an anointed one. In Greek, a Messiah. He says, the Spirit of the Lord, speaking in the words of Isaiah the prophet, has anointed me to do what? To bring glad tidings to the poor, to heal, to save, and announce a year of favor from the Lord. And in Jesus' very first homily, and perhaps most provocative, it's one sentence long. Imagine as a preacher preaching a homily with one sentence that would blow away the congregation. Well, Jesus does that. Here's his preaching. This reading has been fulfilled in your hearing. Today, I am the man who Isaiah prophesied, is the implication. And he simply sits down, and there is chaos afterwards. People debating, what is he talking about? Who does he think he is? In fact, there are those who are astonished and amazed, and those who think he's blaspheming. But it's this eureka moment, the revelation of Jesus as the Messiah. The third luminous mystery that Pope St. John Paul II gave to us images this moment as that third luminous mystery, the proclamation of the gospel. In our own lives, we can often seek a kind of eureka moment, a moment of enlightenment or clarity. And the fact of the matter is, these are fairly rare in our spiritual life. And yet, if we are open to the Lord, if we are truly seeking him, the Lord will always give us confirmation, those gentle nudges, the sense of his presence in our lives. And so on this weekend, where we come into the ordinary time of the year and see these eureka moments as being foundational to our spiritual life, we seek to discover the Lord in the ordinariness, the routine of our lives. And we ask the Lord might enlighten us, and if not give us clarity, give us that sense of faithfulness and fidelity to follow him wherever he may go, and to proclaim his gospel in season and out. Amen. Amen.